Bam. Game.
In my unenthusiastic voice almost all the time, so.
Yes, very monotone Steven.
Mhm.
I love this white screen that I'm looking at right now, as opposed to the... Oh, there's a loading screen. Okay, so our three heroes of the league on the blue team this time. Andrew playing Warwick, Andy playing Cass, and John playing Caitlyn. Their two teammates are random Gangplank and random Soraka. Soraka with no escape, so that's gonna be a pain to maintain in bot lane. Bam! Rhymes. And on purple team we have Jax, Riven, Volibear, Lux, and Graves. Currently tied in skins. One on Caitlyn, one on Lux.
Running double heal bot and teleport mid. Bit of an odd skill set for purple team.
And that's when you find out that it's actually Lux support and Volibear mid.
Oh god, with Ghost.
We actually have Dyrus playing Volibear. Don't worry.
With Ghost heal, I really hope not.
Never know, man. Oh, never mind. Maybe you do know. You a wizard?
No, that's Lux. Moment of silence for that joke.
Pure Lux.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Pretty standard here. I'm kind of hoping to see one of the junglers taking wolves this game.
Andrew knows what's up. He's joining his family as Warwick. Purple team currently in river. Really aggressively watching for a potential invade onto their blue buff.
Caitlyn has trapped up the red buff, so if they do try and make a play, they should be alright.
But only if they walk into a single bush.
For complete interest's sake, today I learned John has been playing for quite a while since that Arctic skin came out quite a while back.
Did it?
Yeah, it was at least 6 months ago. Back
Was it limited?
No, but you had to have one of the codes from the magazine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's technically not limited, but you're not going to get one a few months after.
Yeah. Lux throws a glowing sphere, because I don't remember the name of the ability, in towards red and sees Caitlyn trap. Caitlyn trap's going down all over the place.
It is loose singularity.
And Soraka already placing a ward long before even the minions have spawned. Oh, dear Riot again. Please allow spectators to see duration of wards. Because not letting us do that is terrible.
For interest's sake, Lux does have a lot of AP. She has 25 bonus from runes and masteries. Unfortunately, she is not last hitting at all, and the wave is just pushing. We have...
Although, if she does push her wave, it is a bit easier to land, say, a binding. In that there are no minions to absorb a binding.
True, but she's not getting the last hits off. She only has 3 out of a possible 6 at this point. 7. Still.
Volibear getting spawned by the Soraka team. Gangplank. Starting with oranges at level 1.
Right, we're watching.
Really afraid of Riven, I guess. Oh, I guess we should probably go to the matchups. Top lane is Gangplank versus Riven.
Yeah.
Mid lane, Cassiopeia versus Lux. And in bot lane, Caitlyn Soraka versus Volibear Graves. A very aggressive bot lane, as Volibear doesn't really have anything to help his Graves aside from disrupting the enemy team and dealing damage. Warwick about to take his red at 3 minutes. Pretty decent clear. Jax also about to take his red. Jax down to half health already. Does still have 3 potions in the bag though.
We can actually already see from the gold at this point in the game that Soraka and Volibear, neither of them are running any gold for 5 items. Runes, sorry.
I started the game with a heart of gold. Graves trying to do a little bit of poke, but just ate a lot of it in return. That sustain lane gonna naturally just be better than the poke lane, but Warwick coming in around and down from
Not getting
River
much of a response from
spots Graves. Graves uses his dash, and Warwick is standing still.
No one really reacted much.
Volibear and Graves giving chase to Warwick, but nope.
That was just the weirdest gank I've seen.
Indeed. Riven camping the bush top lane. Currently down a level to Gangplank.
No, she did just catch up, but Gangplank is up in experience here by a little.
But very, very behind in farm. 3 CS Gangplank versus 11 CS Riven. Which doesn't really make sense, because Riven has to get in there, and Gangplank can just...
Gangplank also has
uses
no
parlay.
mana, but Riven is still full health, having used only 1 pot, so I'm really not sure what Gangplank's doing. He just seems to be standing there.
Gangplank with 2 points in remove Scurvy. Not sure what that's about. Maybe he's just really, really afraid of his Riven. But if that were the case, he probably would have started with off armor, but Gank goes down bot lane. Warwick getting Graves kind of low. Blood Sense is active, but
Gangplank is in the middle of killing Riven right now. Gangplank does not manage to kill. That was close, but the exhaust finished off Gangplank before you get that last hit off.
Welcome back, Cam.
Thank you.
Way to ruin the commentary.
Did I?
Yes, Volibear pancaking Soraka. Graves using the Q. Graves no mana, Volibear very little mana as well. Soraka losing health, but she can just heal that back up over time. And Riven with that first blood and minion gold goes back and buys Doran's blade and a longsword. Gangplank buying wards. And by wards, I mean ward, because he has 3 CS and that's all he could afford. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, this Gangplank is pretty scrub.
Yup. Warding in a bad spot.
Riven is supposed to do pretty well against Gangplank, but he can at least just use Q to farm. I mean, he could stay at range and be safe, but... Oh, Pancake. Yeah. And Graves getting chased away by Warwick. Will Warwick get the kill? No. Volibear walking on his hind legs because he's a bear.
Riven getting some harass off, but actually taking 2 tower shots, which is not a good trade. However, because this Gangplank has been so incredibly bad, he has such a huge gold advantage over him.
This Volibear running towards Jax with Blood Scent on. Hopefully, bot lane and Warwick saw that. Oh, Jax jumping iron onto Soraka. Soraka getting flipped over by Volibear. Volibear no mana. Does have his W available, but
Very
gets
nice play by Warwick. The flash Q exhaust was very nice. I'm actually not sure who put the exhaust out there. It
looks to be...
It was Caitlyn that exhausted. It was well timed. It just saved Soraka's life and baited in Volibear properly.
Soraka, without that flash or ghost to get away, really relying on her teammates to keep her alive.
Up heal in this situation, but obviously it's warranted proper. Lux using
Lux teleporting back into mid lane. Annie on Cass, currently up a level.
Up quite a bit of CS too.
Indeed.
10 CS, which is pretty big at this point in the game.
Just nursing on boots, but has very little life and mana.
Top lane, Gangplank still isn't doing anything at all. He still has 3 CS.
How does this happen?
He's
Warwick coming in onto Lux from the river, lands a Q,
Lux
but has no mana. And Lux firing out the laser, almost sniping Cassiopeia.
That was close.
However, almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Cassiopeia does go back to buy. Warwick was about to recall, but probably got told, hey, there are going to be minions at my turret. You can't just hold mid lane while I go back and get 2 Dorans, 2 wards, and 2 potions. It is a veritable Noah's Ark of items. Gangplank going back in onto the river.
Will
ultimate and ignite, but Riven does tons of damage. But
oh wow,
wow,
exhaust did not go
cannonballs.
off fast enough.
That's what I really hate about Gangplank's ultimate. It's RNG. Like nothing else in this game is RNG except for crits.
Which
But,
are
like,
not even that bad.
yeah.
Well, crits you can get to a guaranteed value of 100.
Yeah. Gangplank ultimate, know what's gonna happen.
Also, I'd like to point out that almost also counts in ring toss.
What kind of ring toss games are you playing, man? You gotta get it on or you don't.
If it's like touching, if it's within,
wish,
if
her
it's
alive,
within a ring of the
as
foe.
Caitlyn and Soraka did apply a ton of pressure onto Graves and Volibear. Graves back down to no mana, just using that Q at will for very little return. Volibear blocking the Caitlyn ult, but takes a lot of damage from it. Heal being popped from from Graves. Lux getting low in mid lane, having to recall. Jax coming in, possibly for a gank on Cassiopeia. But Cassiopeia is not currently in the lane and does get spotted by a ward.
Gangplank has managed to double his CS. So he now has 6.
6 is a lot of CS.
I am golf clapping.
It's 10 minutes, Cam.
Volibear's passive is down. He's down to half health. Graves still no mana as he did not buy like a mana potion, which
Luckily for Gangplank, Riven's kind of CSing really
Jax jumping in on Soraka, lands a stun, kills Soraka, or Graves getting killed to Soraka. Always important to get that 80k as much gold as possible, as they are quite expensive. Cassiopeia
Caitlyn
with blue buff.
Caitlyn gets thrown, has to blow flash.
Warwick coming down to the rescue, but
Hits the shroud and just slowed him just that
and
much.
Jax is still in mid lane, just barely bypassing that trap in the bush, and currently camping the bush.
For some reason, I don't believe Warwick's passive is on at the moment.
You are correct. He turned it off. Presumably just to
I guess it was to sneak up, but it would
next level tactics with the gank. They know Jax is in that bush.
I'm not sure he's aware that it's
throwing down the CV. Volibear charging out. Graves still in the lane with no mana and half HP. Volibear in lane with half HP and his passive available. Jax
Riven's diving Gangplank right now, misses the ult. Look, Gangplank misses
Gangplank ults his turret and
chases down
no
Riven.
one there. Oh, he
turns around and kills him.
Why would you do that?
They are both playing at very, very high elo play.
Indeed. Jax currently
Standing at Wraiths.
hoping to jump on Cassiopeia. There goes the flash. Here comes the stun.
Stuns and gets the kill off.
The junglers trade their mid lanes, but Jax comes out with the double buff.
Jax will win this fight. May actually kill Warwick. Yup.
Jax does get the kill on Warwick.
Warwick's, I think he's 1-1-1 right now. Jax is 2-0-1 with more CS, so Warwick is a bit behind in the jungle.
And Jax getting pings onto. Oh, never mind. That was blue pinging onto mid turret.
Sorta.
Someone was pinging onto mid turret. Lux using a teleport to get back into the lane. They really want to take the turret this early?
I guess so.
So the thing about taking the turret this early would be... Oh, nope. Lux is just going to auto-attack the turret and take 3 turret shots, go down to half HP, which is not the HP you want to be able to fight Cassiopeia.
Or Cassidy, for that matter.
Yeah. Soraka picking up killing the Volibear with the help of a turret and a
Caitlyn.
Star Call. Soraka is still using Star Call on the minions for some reason. Maybe that was a misclick.
I think she thought she was in range of Graves there.
Caitlyn currently up 23 CS over Graves. Gangplank down 30 or 27 to Riven. Cassiopeia pretty even.
Exactly.
And there goes another fight.
Riven uses his exhaust properly this time. Gangplank does not orange out of the exhaust.
instead using the orange to get out of the stun. Speaking of stuns, Press and Cassiopeia ulti going on the Lux, and she goes down without not so much as a peep. Just not able to do anything about that.
Just not able to peep.
There is a ward in River for purple, but it's not actually in the bush.
In the last 4 minutes of the game, Gangplank has again doubled his CS.
So what?
Oh,
From
he
6 to
actually,
15.
He's gonna say he's nearly
15 CS?
He's making moves.
That's like some boots and some potions. That's a lot of CS.
He also has a kill.
CS.
He has a Zeal, man.
30.
Oh my god, he has a Zeal.
You don't even know
GG,
the fat
rage quit.
DPS that Zeal can provide for
Rage quit.
He is going back right now with 350 gold.
For some boots.
you. Nope.
He already has boots and a Zeal.
Well, he's just gonna get another pair of boots, or another boot for his other foot.
First their foot. Cam is actually a very high elo player right now. Most players aren't aware that if you get a second boot for the other foot, you do move twice as fast.
Yeah, I'm like 4,500 elo, at least. I'm just stuck in elo hell.
Damn it. I'm trying to like have a knowledgeable commentary, kind of, and then you guys come in here. It's just like troll mode engaged. Cassiopeia.
Oh,
This
apologies.
is Lux just trying to apply as much harass as she can with her poison and defense.
Another trivia bit. If you buy boots on Cassiopeia, they don't do anything, because she doesn't
She's a
have feet.
She has no feet.
She doesn't have feet, so the boots don't do anything.
So, did you...
Oh, War coming in
bottom
from
there?
River on the bot lane. It's like Volibear pops his
Nothing's
heel.
gonna happen there, but interestingly, if you watch just before that, Soraka silenced Volibear while he was fleeing her, and she actually got thrown sideways.
That
Game engine, how does it work?
hidden passive.
Jax looks like he wants to come in for a gank into mid lane, but Cassiopeia does have a ward at the bottom of that ramp from the jungle. I do believe that did spot Jax, and Cassiopeia wisely backs up. Warwick, on the other hand, in that river with the ward, seeing him. Lux giving away the fact that that ward exists with a binding. So Warwick
Get thrown
hightails it out of there. No surprise, Riven kills Gangplank again.
Yes, because I didn't care about top lane.
That's not
I checked.
That is no longer interesting.
No, not at all. Riven actually has, by decent, I'm stretching the imagination, but decent CS.
Caitlyn alone bot turn right now, and this is probably a dive coming in. Oh, nope. Purple team looks like they're just gonna push in the wave and maybe go get Dragon. Cassiopeia does pick up another blue buff for herself.
Very
Warwick going up
unadvisable.
top.
Jax and Lux wasted a bit of time going bottom for no particular reason if they didn't have intent to dive. Warwick is now engaging Riven top. Riven did take the tower, but is very low. Warwick not electing to chase after. Probably the right move. Riven can move quite quickly, and Bloodset probably won't make up for that.
And on top of that, Riven does a ton of damage and has a ridiculous dueling capacity
She
between her stun and her shield.
was decently low, but since Warwick had so little mana, I'd have to agree with you on that one.
Warwick ult is up though. Just not the mana for it.
No.
And Jax is
Jax
stalking
is-
prey from the bush.
Jax is trying. Jax is.
Oh, Warwick.
Oh,
No,
Warwick
there's a
brought
Jax.
him right into the gank that Jax set up. Jax getting the stun off, and he's just gonna
He's just gonna leave.
flash
Burn the
away
flash.
for no particular. Alright, well, he did melt half of Warwick's health pretty instantly, but then for some reason he backed off. I guess he didn't realize that.
He didn't want to 1v2 the Warwick and Gangplank, even though the Warwick had very, very little mana.
Did not realize how underfed the Gangplank was and how little mana.
Ping's going down on the Riven that spotted entering the blue team's jungle.
I think Blue Team has very much noticed their Gangplank situation and was telling him to back off.
Not confident with Gangplank's decision making.
Gangplank has got an amplifying tome. Looks like he's going for Triforce, which is not a great item on Gangplank.
Gangplank maxing out remove Scurvy first.
That's his best skill.
It is his best skill. It
He
gives
heals
him
so much from.
gives him tons of sustain in lane.
for those of you who are wondering, Sheen is a fairly good item on Gangplank because it does proc every time he shoots his gun, but it's only good if you can get it off fairly early. Gangplank goes for a tanky late game, and since he's just not getting fed at all, going for the Trinity Forces.
Teleport going down onto bot lane not really paying attention to the sparkles going onto that minion.
But Lux just backed off instead of actually engaging, so it was no issue for blue team. Caitlyn got hit by the Lucent Singularity, but it didn't do as much damage as I thought it would.
Oh,
both of them dodged.
He placed a ward into the bush that Riven was just camping.
Gangplank's actually paying
stun on a Riven, but lands Q, E, oh god, why the combat switch? Oh. Riven 1v1 Cassiopeia in the surprise ambush.
Excuse me. Keelan ended up was able to take out Volibear, but
that is not the target that you don't want to be hitting.
But Lux caught a late Lucent Singularity and finished off Caitlyn.
Warwick gonna make a last stand here on the turret, but it's going down pretty quickly. Wisely choosing to abandon the turret.
Gangplank is fighting Riven. Riven had about 400 health. Gangplank was at full. And
Riven has
just melted
300 health.
Gangplank.
This is another one of those games for blue team right now,
where their allies are not overly brilliant.
Caitlyn's still a decent chunk of CS.
Warwick.
Yeah, strict goal comparison.
Lux did just steal Warwick's Big Wraith.
How incredibly rude of her.
Yes, it was a blind steal too, though Lucent Singularity does give vision. She did proc it immediately.
Oh, Jax wanted to do the same trick that he got him that early kill. But does get spotted and immediately leaves.
Right about that kill. Soraka dropping a pink ward, I guess not realizing that,
that is...
obviously not realizing
all 5 members of the purple team.
All 5 members of the purple team just melted Soraka as
and
expect.
Gangplank not
doing anything.
Yeah, not doing anything to keep Riven from the map. Not that there's a whole lot he can do about that now, but the minions are pushing themselves top lane, and the ping does go down, telling Jax to clear that out.
Quite honestly,
meanwhile, bot lane works in the middle of Riven and Volibear, but does manage to live long enough to get Caitlyn that time to just auto Riven down.
That's coming in, but they see the Lux and do choose not to engage. Probably a wise decision. We do not want to be relying on that extremely underfed Gangplank at this point.
Interesting ward currently in blue jungle, spawning the pathway from mid lane down to bot Tribush. And Jax, after clearing out the wave, is just gonna push in off.
Gangplank getting caught, but the cast ult goes down on Lux. Lux had a bit of a glitch there, but seems to be alright. Cast not throwing Qs out, not quite sure why.
Throwing out E before landing a poison. Possible just miscuing ability. Graves landing slow to keep blue team off the chase. Riven does come down after respawning.
Lux
blue team isn't careful, they can just get annihilated by this Riven.
Lux appeared to be missing her laser there, but it does have a giant animation.
Does catch Soraka. Cassiopeia quite low. Volibear chasing down the team.
Warwick flashing for no reason at all.
Desperately trying to just get in position as soon as possible in case something were to happen, but
suppose.
I guess that just served to bait out a flash. Blue buff is up to blue team. Just so everyone knows. And Warwick just not having a fun time in his jungle.
Down.
Everybody is
down 5,500 at 23 minutes. I'm surprised the surrender vote hasn't gone down yet.
Gangplank ultiing to keep Warwick alive amidst the damage from Graves, Riven, and Volibear.
I guess in such high elo games, they don't want to lose anything.
Blood Scent is reactivated, spotting Volibear. Blood Scent does give Warwick increased move speed and vision of whoever is below 35%?
For interest's sake,
20%.
Cassiopeia choosing not to max E
What?
has her Q sitting at max and both her E and her W both at 3.
Why?
Personal choice.
Unfortunately for her, because her Q
Warwick with just 1 point in Blood Scent. Not really a fan of that, as the range increase from ranks 1 to 2 is pretty significant. 2 to 3 it falls off a bit, and then 3 to 4 is basically just, you're not going to be close enough anyways.
What about 4 to 5?
4 to 5 is just way out.
4 to 5? Well, you see 3 to 4 wasn't worth it, so 4 to 5 is definitely not worth it.
I'm gonna go and say that 4 to 5 isn't very worth it.
You may as well just not skill up anything at level 18 on Warwick if you max Blood Scent last.
Why would you max Blood Scent last?
Because I don't play Warwick and I don't know what skills do.
His attack speed buff is nice for clearing camps, but that's about all it's nice for, to be honest. I guess it's quite useful in team fights for your AD carry, but
Yeah, I was gonna say, it doesn't help everyone.
it does, but it's really not a very high amount, and remember that the not high amount is then halved as well.
Guys, new meta. New meta. Support Warwick.
Support, you know. Only his Q was like Scion's ult. Current Q's heals all nearby allies. Oh god. Can you imagine?
OP.
Yeah.
But all other skill builds pretty standard for their respective champions.
Except Gangplank.
Purple team's gaining away from their three members of the one player going down, only one person Gangplank. Volibear does go down. Warwick also going down.
For interest's sake.
Once again, Blue team is just lacking vision of their jungle. I mean, there's one pink ward in river, and that's it.
Kate using her ult to harass. For interest's sake, if anyone was wondering, the amp tome on Gangplank does not do anything except it serves to increase his ult's damage, which in teamfights is kind of a boost. It does also
heals him.
It gives him lane sustain.
Heal.
Lane sustain.
He got it at like 17 minutes.
Lane sustain.
Nah, man, he got it at like 12 minutes.
Lane sustain. Even
Actually,
more.
never mind, 17 does sound like a good number. Purple team looks like they make it.
He got it.
Gonna expand on their 8,000 or 2 and 8,000 gold lead. 7 minutes in, not exactly the most desirable situation.
He bought it at 16.52. I think my 17 thing was pretty close.
Nope. That's an extra 8 seconds of lane sustain.
My bad.
Oh god. In lieu of buying wards or... Okay, so I'm not sure how to articulate this. Soraka turned her Fearless Stone into an Alicia's Miracle. Still has Boots 1 and a Mana Manipulator. And 2 Mana Potions. And she just changed the Boots 1 into cooldown reduction.
Well, she needs the CC reduction because she's getting focused. So, but she needs the cooldown reduction because she's Soraka, so she had to get Elisa's Miracle. There's no other choice.
To anyone watching this, don't listen to anything that Cam says.
Everything I say is high-level play stuff. You guys don't even understand.
For interest's sake, the reason that most people don't run double bruiser bot like this Volibear, I guess it's not double bruiser, but most people don't run any bruiser as the secondary character bot because they do not get any gold. This is offset in this game by the fact that Blue's team support, Soraka, did not get any gold per 5 items anyway, so both teams, neither of their characters has any extra gold.
Oh, Gangplank also going down.
Cassiopeia also hits 3 people, stunning 2 of them. but it will not be enough.
Less damage than expected from most passive tiers, but she does
They
pick up a
do
kill on
manage to
Riven and
they do manage-
damage on the Graves as well.
Will they get the Lux? They will indeed get the Lux.
Will they clear? Oh wait,
They may actually be able to get the Volibear as well. They will not get the Volibear, who did ghost out.
Jack's going in onto 3 members of the
Jack's
MVP.
going in.
Volibear coming back in as well. Volibear goes down.
Warwick
In a very, very comfortable move, but Jack's the
my God.
greatest duelist.
and Jax does make it out. 38 seconds on that Caitlyn ult, just not nearly enough time. They did end up trading 4 for 4 there, I believe, which is a decent trade since they are a bit behind. By a bit behind, I mean they're way behind. CS is looking pretty good for blue team, other than that gangplank, actually.
That gangplank, you say?
That gangplank.
Why? Are you referring to the gangplank who had 3 CS at 10 minutes?
That's a lot.
No, that
That's-
gangplank.
3 CS is like 2 potions. That's lane sustain to go with this amp tone. Guys, you gotta understand this gangplank is going sustain.
Yeah, I'm like this close to just making another call without you.
I'll join it.
At 30 minutes, Gangplank has almost built his Triforce. By almost it's halfway towards his Triforce.
He has almost built all the components. Which, to be fair, is just 300 gold. Plus.
Really is almost the whole thing, but they do pick up Jax here, which is nice. Jax is quite fed, and that's actually the first time he's died, so that'll give a nice gold bonus to Caitlyn.
Caitlyn picking up Infinity Edge a minute ago. Because my chat is indicating that was not 2024.
Caitlyn's actually doing very well, 515. Most CS in game? Yeah, most CS in game.
But the question is, will John once again go for the triple Bloodthirster build that we saw him do on Reddit last year?
That was amusing.
Sustain.
Shut up, Cam. What Caitlyn should be picking up at this point is a PD.
Get snared, get slowed.
Surprisingly, Lux
chased
just
by Riven. Is also going down. Let's pick up the kill. Riven's getting the kill in the long run.
Warwick ulting very late. Could have saved Caitlyn's life. Chose not to.
Graves saying, fuck you, bush hiders, in all chat. Clearly not liking the camping strategy of blue team. Volibear chasing down Warwick.
Rather ironic since Jax has been using a camping strategy most of the game. But clearly irony is not one of Graves' strong points.
Haters gonna hate, man. Haters gonna hate.
I think I articulated it better.
But yeah, 2-4 exchange for blue team. Game of inches. Slowly clawing their way back into this game.
And by back into this game, you actually mean they managed to go down 100 gold in the past 10 minutes.
Purple team pushing top.
I think that is just the result of one dragon that I actually didn't manage to see. Was dragon soloed?
You could check that. Gangplank ulting the ground. Really hating that river.
Lux managing to snare both Gangplank and Warwick, and I guess Gangplank's oranges were down, because he did not orange out of it.
Kayla wanted to take bot turret, but there is a Riven hiding in that bush. Lux landing a full combo. But full combo on all of her abilities, but no auto attacks to trigger her passive.
She's still not doing very much damage, and Warwick jumps onto Graves, almost killing him, but Lux's CC manages to keep him alive.
Here comes the Pixel Burst from Riven and Gangplank up with the team. He's the slightest. He is possible. He's the healthiest person on the team right now, but he does get nuked from the 100
Caitlyn saw Gangplank go in and thought that she could get some autos off there, but didn't realize just how useless Gangplank is.
Basically, the lesson that we want to get across here is that CS is good and blue team taps out. Riven saying "aha," gloating over her
Apparent
triumphs over 3 CS Gangplank at 6
Gangplank
minutes.
really wasn't competent at all. This Riven should have done much better for herself.
Let this be a lesson to everyone. CS, get
Yep.
money. Use
Yup.
that money to buy things. If you're a support, take your assist money and use it to buy things that get you more gold. And then use that gold to buy wards. This has been a public service announcement from I just ran out of space. Now see, there would have been a smart time to just stop the recording, but I'm really not thinking.
Alright, well,
So,
DK's Dragon was here.
so what I think it's time for is, I think it's time for a rave break.
Definitely not uploading the second one. That was too sad.
So,
I'm sorry for ruining it.